Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Uh, okay, this is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Thank you for joining me once again, and on a Friday night. So, in my quest to beat the algorithm, uh, here we are once again. Let me shout out to people in the chat. We got Phil Brad, who is the early bird tonight. So, uh, you know, salute to you, you know, saying, also we got Andre 420, long live, Indigo Flow, what's good? And we got Aaron P in the building. Yeah, we got the members in the building. So speaking of the members, we're gonna shout all of you out real quick. Thank you for supporting me month after month. And if you want to become a member as well and you're not one already, excuse me, yes, it is $2.99 per month. Okay, so as far as membership goes, we got Greg, we got Aaron P, Phil Brad, Gone for Milk, Indigo Flow, D Rock Den, American Negro News, Mr. Me Too, Barry Little, D Scott, Yumcha 11, Black Pearl, Andre 420, A Sower of Seed, Black Like Revelations 2, Revelator, the Spirit of Variance, Forever Blessed, Detroit 313, and The Builder's Table. All right. Thank you guys for your support month after month. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the chat people who are here every time I go on the air, or if you're here most of the time I go on the air. Uh, Also, shout out to the replay gang. You guys are very important to me because you take your own time and you go back and watch these shows. And a special shout out to the new subscribers of this channel. I think I got a few of them this week, and I really appreciate that, guys. And also for current and new subscribers, make sure that you are always subscribed to this channel because I believe YouTube is kind of playing games. So, and you do hear this complaint from content creators quite often that there are subs that are dropping off their channels. Excuse me. So, all right. So, just always just make sure you're subscribed. Also, support the stream. Support the stream. Yeah. Be mindful of the scroll ticker across the bottom. Like, share, subscribe. Got the Cash App down there. It's a fair use label just in case I review something or somebody requests something. This is for edutainment purposes only, meaning that this can be taken with a grain of salt. But if you learn something from the things that I am saying, then I won't argue with you. And I do have a tendency to use foul language, because I'm very passionate about some of these things that I do discuss with you guys. And I want you to understand that, yeah, this particular topic tonight, yeah, I do care about our community. I call it Communitah because that's our label for it in this in this space. Yeah, label mostly used by Obsidian, but it kind of spread around quite a bit. So I'll be referring to it as the Communitah, although I do believe in the Black community, and I don't understand why if someone acts like they care about this place, why would they be against the community? So Christopher the Conqueror kind of suggested this topic last night. I don't know if he's gonna be here tonight, but he probably, he's a avid watcher, so he'll probably be here tonight, or he'll be here in the replay gang. So I mean, shout out to Christopher the Conqueror. So I want y'all to understand, like I said, this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. Being born and raised in Montgomery, Alabama, one of the epicenters of the civil rights movement. and the Montgomery bus boycott. And let me tell you something. The civil oh okay, what up, Christopher the Conqueror? Speaking of, yeah, okay, so yeah, so there's not, from what I've seen in this space, from even from somewhat of the so-called leaders, there's not very much respect for the civil rights movement. Like the civil rights movement to me is what I would say 911 is to a New Yorker. I would that is let me tell you something about 911 in New Yorkers. I used to work with a guy from New York, and somebody said something real smug about 911, and dude went off. I mean, went off. He, cussed her out, saying, "Hey, all of us were scared that day. Don't ever try to minimize it." That's kind of how I feel about the civil rights movement. But it's like, you know, the state of the black community. What's good, Coffee Nino? Narratives and dialogues in the building. Cortez Smith also in the building. What's good, fellas? Yeah. It's kind of a thing when I think about the state of where we are as a people. And when I say a people, I'm talking about black folks, melanated, whatever label you want to go with, FBA, ADOS. It's a very, like, it's a hot button for me because, when you had family that went through those times directly and experienced some of it yourself, it hits different. It's not something that I take very lightly. It's not something that I joke around with or disrespect or, saying, "Oh, well, black leadership failed when it came to this." No, it's not a joke to me at all. It's not something that I would take, very much consideration in. Okay, dumb nigga. Okay, um, if you care about them, why not do content that isn't about dumb nigga aggregation? See, this is a guy that doesn't have a very good content strategy. He's what I consider one of the problems, and he wants my attention so goddamn bad. So, he can stay in the chat if he wants. He can stay up here. He can come up here when I drop the link. He's not gonna do it anyway. So, I'm gonna let him pipe. And I'm just saying, like, okay, so so you can just sit down there and complain like a little pigtail little girl all day. So, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna not pay attention to the comments, and I'm gonna get my shit off when I say that. Yes, and I do care about the community more so than that fat bastard does. See, I'm cursing. So, so anyway, yeah. I'm just saying, I had family that's gone through that, and it's a pretty sad piece of shit state of affairs when you look at the community and, oh, okay, my serial disliker has stopped by. So, hey, I already got one dislike, but I'm not going to play a video for them. And anybody that wants to hate, you can come by the smoke show Sunday. The smoke show that people are saying is ruining the space. So, yeah. So there's a couple of things that, that I wrote down to say that, this is why the community is in the state it's in. Raising dumbass niggas is one of them. But, yeah, lots of factors contributed to that. First of all, systemic. It's not that we had to fall for the shit. Yeah. But our communities weren't provided with a lot of the resources that other communities were provided with to get us ahead in this place. We had to work and scrape and claw just to give generation to generation nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's become quite obvious, and for people to sit up there and deny that is going to be very stupid. I mean, we weren't given a lot of the chances that other communities had, even coming into this country that are foreign, like even Africans to a certain extent. I mean, people will sit up there, they'll come up there and say, "Oh man, you got all these advantages over here in this country and you're not taking advantage of it. You people are lazy and blah 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 and all that other stuff." Shut the fuck up. Why did you leave your fucking country then? You know what I'm saying? Another thing is there were too many black men that were willing to step to the side and let women lead. Like like the fuck nigga in the chat, who claims that. And see, I was gonna take this seriously, but I mean, for someone to sit there and say something like, "Okay, I don't fool with women, I don't refer to women," and be on women's channels all the time trying to diss dudes, that's pretty hypocritical, I must say. You know what I'm saying? And, that mentality led to, certain things like letting a matriarchy, if the matriarchy is a threat, which I don't believe is a threat. I just believe that a lot of men just gave up. They gave up their position and they cut their nuts off to spike their fucking manhood. See, there's my community right here. I hear gunshots from a distance. Like, god damn, sound like they loading a bazooka out there. I mean, shit. When you have that, when you place the leadership in somebody's hands, when you're supposed to be a leader, there goes that lack of accountability that we all talk about. I mean, shit. Well, you the dumb niggas that handed the leadership over. Shoot. So what I have a tendency to do is to blame the men. I blame the men because I mean you're the niggas that handed it over to the females in the first damn place. Shoot, I don't know if many of you would agree to that, but I mean just think about it. The men that came before us, these old happy wife, happy life niggas, these simps. I mean, they handed the leadership to the women and then they let the women just run roughshod, raise the kids like shit. And then now you got a movement of men that are online that want to sit up there and complain about shit that we did as a group of people. Instead of having a spine and taking the bull by the horns, guess what? You left it in the hands of people who are unreliable, and look at the mess you left us in. And now there are men like me trying to pick up the pieces and dumbass folks sitting up here trying to, question my intent. So yeah, okay, which leads to a lack of accountability. There are many sides to this, and none of them seem to want to take responsibility. I mean, whether you think it's like men, women, light skinned blacks, dark skinned blacks, fat people, skinny people, there's division all over the fucking place, and no one wants to take responsibility for it. I mean, shit, if you boy, I tell you the motherfucking truth. I mean, shit, if you are in this community and you believe that you are somehow not responsible for what's going on around here, and you have lost your goddamn mind. The thing is to be proactive and do whatever you can to make a worthy contribution. Shit, just like, some of our people before us did. But, we had a lot of us had weak dads, a lot of us had weak uncles, a lot of us had bitches for mothers, bitches for aunties. I mean, some of you may not want to hear this, but it's the goddamn truth. And as the result, the kids suffer. They don't want to, they don't have any value in themselves. They participate in toxic, deadly cycles like getting pregnant as teenagers or committing crimes. And, then our best and our brightest don't want to stay. They don't want to stay. They want to take their brains and their hard work and they want to shove it elsewhere. And then what we do, instead of trying to improve the situation, we make fun of those people. And it's really a ridiculous fucking thing. And now you got division all over the place, and you got stupid shit going on online and offline. Now, if the community, I would say, is a reflection of social media, and if social media is to reflect this future, you would probably say that it would probably be more divided, and the community it would be done. But I would say that it was less divided. It would be less divided, and the reason why is that there are at least sets that are on the same page on social media. I mean, think about it. Think about it. There's more togetherness in certain thought processes and movements than there is on the outside. Like when people say social media isn't real, social media is different, but it's very real as far as thought processes. So social media is a way to find people who think just like you, even if they're on some dumb bullshit or whether they're on some kind of togetherness. I mean, think about it. You got the pro blacks, you got SYSBM, you got the sisterhood, you got the black pill guys, the Impmores, you got the hater squad. I mean, shit. I mean, at least that's some semblance of unity. At least there is. But outside, you don't have these cliques like this. You have shit. It's almost like you have people who go to church and people who don't. I mean, shit. I go outside, I barely know my neighbors' names. I mean, shit. I know more about the Mexicans that stay across the street than a lot of the black folks that stay on my street. I mean, shit. There's people I've been staying on this street with for like 6, 7 years, and I'm just introducing myself to, because like, I mean, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because they don't bother anyone. And it's a shame that, you know, outside of any kind of unity, that neighborhood where people really don't bother anyone or bother each other are the best kinds of neighborhoods. It's not like we have this kind of neighborhood union that, leads us to better jobs and leads us to better opportunities and, better political positions or something like that. But it's like there are certain things that have to stop. Number one, relying on other groups of people to do shit for us. Man, I was on, like, I guess I said I was on Facebook today, and I observed a few uh, conversations about the presidential election. And what's weird to me is that people are arguing over two old ass white men who both have racist histories. And I'm sitting up there like, is this what we've come to? Like, is this what our future is? Arguing over old ass white men that don't mean anybody a lick of goddamn good. I mean, there are many people that say Trump might be closer to what black people need, but there's a lot of motherfuckers that say Biden is closer to what black people need, and I think both sides are insane. I really do. I mean, it is if I'm gonna vote, I'm gonna vote for the lesser of two dumbasses. So anyway, now I'm gonna look at the chat. I mean, you can agree or you can disagree. I mean, what are your thoughts on the community itself? Now, like I said, I have a passion for this community. I want to see black people succeed. Even the dumbass down in the chat. I want to see him succeed. you know, but what is it actually going for at the end of the day? What is it actually going for? Am I being hopeless? Am I being insane? You guys tell me in the chat. So, all right. All right. Thank you, Christopher the Conqueror. Just a vibe. You can tell this is going to be a serious topic. Salute for tackling it. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Super chat is open. They love to call people broke around here. So let's make them hating ass niggas mad. Don't let Christopher the Conqueror be alone in that. I salute you guys for helping to keep this channel going. So there you go. Cartel, what's good? And please, like guys with wrenches, please do not time anyone out. Do not time anyone out. We don't do that over here. Let them do that over on their channels. He said, what I won't do is argue with anyone behind an avatar. They must show their faces from now on. People are starting to cam up. No excuse. I mean, which is not why I cammed up, but you know what I'm saying? I cammed up just to basically show you guys who I am. Let you know that I'm a real person, not that real nigga crap. That's one thing that's kind of fucking us up anyway. So I do understand privacy, but when you start shit, you got to show who you are visibly. Yeah, I don't believe in talking about people and the way they look unless I'm showing the way I look. And then you can say whatever the fuck you want to about me because, um, hell, this is the way God made me. I mean, I can't help it. The only thing I can do is keep myself in shape and not, cholesterol won't be a problem for me. Hopefully. Uh, Only dumb niggas are worried about the community. Otherwise, you will have individual outcomes. No, because see, here's the thing. We're gonna be dead one day. And I mean, I don't know if you have a child tonight. I from your mentality, I hope you don't have a child because it's be another piece of shit motherfucker like you out there. I mean, even though I don't talk about kids, but see, I have a kid. So, I mean, even after I'm gone, I want her to have a clear path to safety. And, I know I can't control that, but I can do everything I can to teach her common sense, which a lot of people in this space have something against for some fucking reason. I don't understand it, but Cartel, what's good, man? Don't deal with uncultured women. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You deal with uncultured women. I mean, especially online. Narratives and dialogue say, I think people get on here and spew out stuff because it's either their true character outside of real life, or at least that's what they want to be. Let me tell y'all something about me. What you see is what you get. I'm not trying to fake being anything or anyone for anybody. Before I act, I will give back my Oscar because I would be that good. I just cannot act because all I do is real. Not producing and choosing hoes mean you lose. Unity, turn a blind eye to fuck niggas. No. All the fuck niggas can stay over there. See, that's where you're wrong. And and the fact that most of the time, maybe 80 to 90% of the time, and I'm being generous by saying 80 to 90% of the time, you are loud and fucking wrong. See, got me cursing. I do too, Kev. Real talk, but people are so hurt they take it out on everyone else. Yep. I think your views are well founded, yet it's easy to look at our forebears' actions with 2020 vision. I honestly don't think they knowingly created the problems we face today. Yeah. Yeah. They decided to hand things over to bitches. And then what happens when the bitches dropped the ball and fucked everything up? They pointed the finger right back at us. And then them niggas looking down at the goddamn flow. And it's easily the dumbest shit that men had ever done is hand the ball to women. I mean, no, we're supposed to run with that motherfucking ball. Nobody's looking for them when shit hits the fan. They're looking for us. So, okay. I got another super chat. Thank you, Aaron P. Just showing support. Your passion is greatly appreciated. Yeah, somebody appreciates it. I do appreciate the support that I get from you guys. Okay, so yeah, let me just me give you this. I don't want to do really the comical stuff right now. So all right, so okay, so yeah, it's gonna be plenty of comical stuff tomorrow night though, and Sunday night. Revelator, the spirit of variance. You said I agree with Aaron P on that one. Oh no, we've been seeing you, Kev. You cool. Say yet this dude hasn't picked a side and haven't learned the history. The history of what, nigga? The space? I don't, man. Fuck that shit, bruh. It's like it. Let's see. Coach DC said, seriously, I'm always posting on this Facebook channel. Didn't know there was a YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Yes, I am the originator of the Black Men Being Brutally Honest with Everyone Facebook group. I created that group April let's see, April 29th, 2017. And there's been plenty of knockoffs, but I am the originator. So thanks for being here. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, and what is he talking about? The history of what, the Black Manosphere? I don't care, man. Shit, it ain't about looking back at the past because all the past iterations failed. Let's look forward to the future. Okay, Detro 0861 was good. The history of the space doesn't matter. What matters is the future. Stop trying to relive the glory days, idiot. I mean, yeah, if he feels more comfortable with that. But yeah, I am a sort of a community minded guy. You know, I don't believe in beating hope against hope. It's just that, you know, if we just tried a little, we can do a lot better. And you can say what the fuck you want to say about how I feel or whatever. It's just like, for those detractors out there, show me how to do it better because obviously you can't. You can't. So anyway, so like I said, the kids suffer. The Our best and brightest won't stay, and people are going to continue to point the finger and try to remain as blameless as possible. And there will never ever be any progress as long as that happens. As long as we got a lazy ass bunch of people that don't want to do shit except for point the finger and blame others, we will never have this community back. I mean, hell, when people say stuff like we were more unified in the 50s and 60s, that shit is true. That shit is true. All right. And also, for those of you who are here, thank you for being here. I won't be on much longer. But, you know, just been a long day. I haven't had much time to, you know, really get myself together. But, oh, shit. Revelators, the spirit of variance. Showing support. I really appreciate that. That's the third super chat for tonight. Like, yeah, you guys, like I said, you guys are the shit to me. Like, seriously. You guys are the shit. And, you know, you're like, you amongst others make me want to keep going with this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there are people that hate the fact that you guys did that. You know, and I do understand that because when people show true support instead of superficial support, like when you sit up here crying about other content creators, uh, that does something to them. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, this is all. You guys are what I need to keep going. Seriously. So let me check my likes. All right, got 19 likes in the building. You know, got one dislike. Yeah, I got this. Actually, I got this dislike. Actually, 10 minutes after I started speaking. You know, it didn't happen before I started speaking. So, yeah. I mean, you know, you can blame the dislike on the person that was in the chat. I don't think he did it. I think that it's another person, and they've been doing it every night that they seen me on the air, and that's fine. I mean, you know, I already know that there are, you know, some people. You know, I'm not going to win them. I'm not going to win them ever. You know, and that's okay because you know they're not the ones that's making this heart beat in it. Like, you know, like I said, here's my nightly routine. I do my exercise routine. I take a shower, then I hit the air. That's what I do. So basically, I'm making sure I'm doing some good for myself. And, before I do some good for this YouTube channel, because if I don't focus on myself first, none of this is for, any reason. So, okay, in my opinion, I believe this space is being used too loosely. Specificity needs to be applied. Which space of Black YouTube are we referring to? Or the question should be, which subspace of the Black manosphere are we talking about? Well, according to some, I'm part of the Black manosphere. According to some, I'm not a part of the Black manosphere. So, for some that say I'm not a part of the Black manosphere, I'm not a part of that Black manosphere, which is okay with me because, hey, them people don't need me any fucking way. I'm not a part of the hater space. I'm a part of the space that I want to see Black people, especially Black men, win, because Black men too often give up our own little victories. We give up all the small victories. So you say, which subspace of the Black manosphere are we talking about? The space of the Black manosphere that I recognize is the one that's on the list that we made. That's the space that I recognize because see, I know that they say 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and all this other stuff. It said then that hater space, we know which one that is. It's the anti-Black manosphere. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. And some people who claim Black manosphere, they are very much a part of that anti-Black manosphere. They are. They are very much a part of it. I believe that if you don't want some semblance of Black male unity, and I'm not talking about the whole, I mean, even then, it's like I'm willing to work with a lot of the Pookies because it's like they're not all bad people. It's just that a lot of the things that hold us back is this simp shit, and we don't have to let it hold us back. It's just that those guys exist. They are extremely matriarchal. And it's just that they are wrong to stand with a group of Black men, a group of solid Black men. And ever since May was exposed, we are seeing these guys crash out. Yeah, that's their friend. And then, keep it 100, put another scathing revelation in his community tab. And the guys that she was specifically going after and mentioned, they won't say anything about it. Like, they won't. The guy with the 3-letter acronym and then has a 5-letter acronym as a name. The guy that, that people, and they can say all day, well, I don't really care. I don't see it as a threat, blah, 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 blah. But the threat is right in front of you, and you won't say anything or advocate to do anything about it. And we know who they are, especially the gentlemen who are just trolling in here with the 3 letters. Yeah, that guy, the cheeseburger SA guy. He SAs cheeseburgers. Kind of like that scene in American Pie, where the dude stuck his dick inside the pie. That dude does the same thing to like cheeseburgers and sub sandwiches. Like, dude, stop. You're a sick man. But it said, that man said, simps, trolls, anti-blacks, whiny, light-skinned dudes, self-hating Black men are a problem in this space. Yep. HNIC dudes as well. Like, that whole Ram Brothers thing, like, niggas, stop. Because I'm starting to say, we're not stupid. We know who they are. I'm trying not to mention these folks. Because I don't want to give them airplay. I mean, when the guy with the 3 letters, when he opened up his broadcast, a lot of those people gravitate to his show. And one thing that I want to ask that guy is, okay, your sub count is 10 times greater than my sub count. 10 times greater. It's like, why haven't you reached 1 million views yet? I can tell him why he hasn't reached 1 million views, because his content is based in hate. And why are you sitting up here not doing like evergreen content or content that or content that it will reach a more widespread audience instead of hating on one or two people. Like you're narrowing yourself down to a very small group of people that ain't gonna be checking for your ass when you try to do real content anyway. You said, but I guess everyone has a gripe, which is why they cannot get on one accord to accomplish shit selfishness. I agree with that. I agree with that. So me, I'm not trying to be that guy. You know, I want to do stuff like evergreen content. I want to do content that reaches a wider audience. What up, Black Light Revelations 2? Yeah, see, that's an example right there. This man ain't got time to hate. Every time I go to his channel, he ain't hating on nobody. He's just doing content that people are more so interested in watching. Shoot, so it can reach so it can reach a wider audience, and he's on the right path. He ain't got to hate on people all the damn time. And shout out to Black Light Revelations too. Yeah, we got some radiation in the chat going from Milk. Yeah, it's nice to see the members show up too, man. So, like, that's good. That's a good thing. Narratives and dialogue, and the reason we cannot be on one accord, it comes right down to what Gone for Milk stated: HNIC syndrome. Yeah, everybody wants to be the goddamn answer. They want to be the only answer. They want to be the guy that is sitting up at the top of the damn mountain that everybody can look up to and say, "Hey, head nigga in charge, please hand us some wisdom so we can move on with our lives and know how to move about." Like, no, man. I do. Here's the thing. I would rather work side by side with my brothers than to try to stand over. Because I do take into account that there are some people who have better ideas than me. I don't have all of the best ideas. I can come up with good ideas that people can go along with. You know, I can do that. You know, I can come up with ideas that, you know, that might be taken into consideration. But if someone like a Narrative and Dialogues or a Black Light Revelations 2 or an Aaron P, if they got a better idea than me, then I will concede that shit and go along with them. That's a part of growth. That's a part of like some semblance of unity. I ain't saying, or I'm not saying, that we all have to agree with each other at all times. I mean, we can disagree, but it doesn't have to come down to some hateful shit. It does not have to come down to hateful shit. Andre 420, I'm surprised he unblocked you and been showing up in the chat. Yeah, because I damn called him out on a community post. I was like, look, unblock me if you're gonna sit up there and make comments in my damn community posts and in my videos. Because when they have you blocked, you can't reply. And I never block people. I mean, I block crazies that come in the chat, but you know, there ain't been too many people like that. So if I block you, it's for a serious fucking reason. But no, I never blocked him. He blocked me. And he blocked me about 5 years ago on some other shit. I guess if you're gonna hate watch, you might as well interact with the target. And now I mean, like, what kind of target am I? What? It's like I don't have the biggest audience, you know, the biggest following, the biggest sub count. This motherfucker must look at me as being real important. You know, but I don't think of myself that way. Yeah, Aaron P with an excellent idea right there. And it said the 1986 Transformers the movie, which is the first movie I ever remember seeing in the theater. I was like 9 years old. I think I was going to the 6th grade or something like that. It was either I was going to the 5th grade or I was going to the 6th grade. It was in 1986. Yeah. I mean, it was really shocking within the first act of the film, watching all of the Autobots that I watched in the television show just die like that. I was like, what? I mean, dude, when Megatron shot Ironhide in the face, man, my heart was beating. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? I was like, what the fuck? I mean, I was too young to say what the fuck, but He said, "I'm not a lead." In 1986 Transformers the movie, Ultra Magnus. I'm not a leader optimist. I'm merely a soldier. A lot of people want roles that they don't need while not being competent in their existing role. 100. Very interesting. I say being a leader does not come to one type, nor does it need an announcement. I think it boils down to respect and showing up in your own lane that you can contribute to a good thing. And for the record, we who have good observation skills and common sense can clearly see that MOT is not the president of the Black Manosphere. Because the goddamn president, Black Manosphere don't have no damn president. What the fuck? I mean, you gonna increase? Yeah, I'm gonna increase myself the dictator or some shit. You know, the despot. You know, if you know what a despot is. However, he is the president of the anti-Black Manosphere. I mean, yeah, that's a title he can have by himself. Respectfully disagree. I think we got to the point where we can respect the opinions of the Black Manosphere or people who are adjacent to the Black Manosphere. I can respect anybody's opinion, and I can also disagree with it. Disagreeing doesn't mean I don't respect it. I mean, I'll just respectfully disagree. You must have hit a nerve with them, KF. LOL. Well, when I called TBBT a coping space and then they got all mad about the shit and then tried to define to me what a coping space was, they're by their own definition, shit. Why were they getting mad when I said that? Coping is actually a good thing. I mean, shit. Uh, Leadership isn't all they cracked up to be. I'll be the best soldier I can be. So what camp would you rather be in? Camp with a bunch of leaders or camp with a bunch of efficient soldiers that know how to get the job done? I know what camp I want to be in. Shoot. And it is the new dudes who are the problem from the Fight Club and these gimmick love connection panels like Lapeef and very young niggas go against you like you are their father. Yeah. Sigh. Yeah, I mean, and then those are channels that I don't even frequent, like Lapeef Network. Lapeef Network seems kind of simpy to me. I mean, you know, just always letting like little disrespectful little she heifers up, and you know, is like it is they use these spaces because they want to do with women what they probably don't have the courage to do in the real world, and that's talk to women by giving them a platform, trying to gain any leverage or any kind of approval that they can. Let me tell y'all something. The women that come to this channel, they come because they want to come. They don't come because I give them really too much freedom. You know, they come because I'm an authentic person. You know, I'm not the one that's gonna simp for them. I don't care how beautiful they look. I don't care how harsh and arrogant they are. I'm not letting no. I'm not simping for none of them bitches. None of them. Sorry. Black Light Revelation. Autobots got exterminated. Braun, Ironhide, Sideswipe, Ratchet. It wasn't a Sideswipe. It was Proud. It was Proud, a police car. Yeah, but when Braun got shot in the shoulder, I was in denial. I said, Braun got to be still alive. He got to be still alive. He only got shot in the shoulder. Nah, that motherfucker was dead. And then Windcharger and Wheeljack, they showed their dead carcasses right before Devastator attacked. Yeah, that movie was brutal as fuck. It was a kid's film. It was like, damn, you killing off everybody's favorite characters. They spent 2-3 seasons getting to know these characters, and you want to kill them all. Yeah. Yes, I try to correct these dudes in other spaces that try to give the Black Manosphere a name as they try to attach themselves in order to make money. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they use the words Black Manosphere as a branding. You know, so you're right. They can make money and they can attach them to something that's supposed to mean something. And you know what? I tried to warn other content creators about that, but you know, they don't listen. They're real nonchalant about it. And I believe that the other content creators that I've tried to warn about that want to be that themselves. as far as making money, I don't have anything against anybody making any kind of money, but I do know that there is a such thing as a grifter. But that's kind of an overused word. I mean, I would say Pearl was a grifter. I know I brought this name up, the Avatar, the cute Avatar with the British accent. That was a grifter right there. And them simp niggas fell for that shit, hook, line, and sinker. You know, most of the like a lot of the women that just say stuff that dudes want to hear outside of the Crimson Cure, they're kind of grifters as well. But the Black Manosphere was a name that was supposed to be more than just trying to use it as a branding just to make money. I mean, it's supposed to actually be a space for Black men to share their grievances and, not grievances, but to share our thoughts, to have a place in the narrative, something that we ourselves and our predecessors have denied Black men of, because a lot of Black men would just rather side with these women and just keep their asses anchored to the fucking chair while the women stand up and say everything that they fucking want to say. Or they want to, just like y'all said before, and like I've said in past broadcasts, want to be the HNIC, the niggerlander. I will cover people I know that deserve that kind of respect because they're taking talking points of style and have misrepresented it. I mean, I don't know if I've used like a lot of the talking points that's been bastardized and stolen. I did hear a particular content creator use like the one way aggression thing, like because it was like 2 nights after I said it, I was saying that these pro blacks, if they're so pro black, why don't they foster unity on all sides instead of just letting the women get away with saying what the fuck they wanted to say and always shaking the finger at the men? Then I heard the term one way aggression, and I heard Kevin Samuels use that and actually try to give Dr. Tia Son Johnson credit for it. I was like, no, I said that shit, bro. I mean, just because I'm a smaller YouTuber, like the fuck, what the fuck going on? Shoot, said right, Kev. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with respectfully disagreeing, but when you disagree because you're triggered about what you didn't like hearing, that is a problem. If I get triggered, like it is either one or two things. And this goes for many people. Either it was a blatant ass lie that is catching fire, or it was some truth to it. Yeah. He who shall not be named camp have a bunch of footmen for soldiers. We have manhunters on our side. Oh, okay. It seems like Kev, it is simpish. Oh, yeah, kind of. Well, even the ones who have seen me, that shall not be named at black men being brutally honest. If I could see your face through the chat, I would be cracking up at what you are thinking. Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. A lot of them guys that want to sit up there and talk about folks that be in these hating ass niggas chat, man, like I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like they encompass what they say the black manosphere is. It's full of they're a bunch of simps and they're a bunch of, and I hate using white boy words. They're a bunch of incels, so I combined the two and called them simp sales. It's like because a lot of what they say they project from their own lives. Like, they say, man, y'all can't get no pussy or nothing like that. Then the niggas can't get no damn pussy. If they could, number one, they'd be laid up under a woman and they always wouldn't be readily available every time one of these hating ass broadcasts come out. Now, that's not to say, about someone who just frequents a channel because they like the content creator. But if you on some hating ass shit and you're always available to hate, then there's some issue with you, in that moment. Proud, right? You're right. LML Wheeljack was dead. Windcharger was laying there like a broken porcelain. Yeah, they fucked them motherfuckers up. Let me tell you why they did that. Because they was trying to introduce the new toy line. And the corporate higher ups were, basically like, oh, we got to sell these new toys so we can. Everybody who got discontinued died, and there was such a backlash from it. So they brought some of them back. Like some of them were brought back as power masters, head masters, target masters, pretenders. That's why you're seeing a lot of old toys come back in new forms because, like, man, like that movie traumatized a generation of Gen X kids. Well, generation that was kind of redundant to say, but yeah, a lot of Gen X was traumatized by that movie. I'm just glad Jazz and Blaster. I was so afraid, man. Yeah, yeah, because I was like, damn, don't kill Jazz and Blaster. And I knew they weren't gonna kill Blaster because now he got tapes of his own against Soundwaves tapes. That man said black like those two survived the infamous black men die first stroke. That man said, facts, Kevin. This is why my content I have to break this shit down in metaphoric terms using cartoon characters because that seems like to be these niggas' only way of understanding. Man said a conflation tactic at black men being brutally honest at narratives and dialogues. Gregory Scotland, Courtney Michelle, and Six the Goddess. Oh, okay, you talking about those grifters? Yeah. They grift. And Courtney Michelle, the last time I even heard her speak, she was saying some hating ass shit about some black dudes in the space. Oh my God, they're telling men not to get married. I'm like, what the fuck it is to you? Worry about your man. But like I'm saying, strangely enough, a lot of shit that the black manosphere has to go through, doesn't come to me, even though I claim this space. The resident drunk is here. What's good, man? What you drinking on No News Podcast? I'm gonna say, Kevin, watch out for my new shit that will ruffle some feathers called Pander Queens. Oh shit. The disingenuous female red pill content creators who care nothing about these men that follow them and they follow them. Yeah, because let me see. What's her name? Danica Marie. She did one broadcast that was real scathing about dudes in the black manosphere and the dudes that follow her. I was just like, I found that pretty odd. I mean, these are the main ones that support you. They support you more than they support your own husband, who is a content creator. These chicks are telling weak ass dudes what they want to hear and laughing in the back chat all at the same time. Yeah, these dudes are a means to an end. They serve no purpose to them except that. And the second these dudes start being honest and truthful, their feelings really come out. And it's a sad day for them, not for me, because I already know who these bitches are. At least culture clinician Obsidian and Chantel put the pressure on Courtney and caused her decline. All right. Chantel Simone, somebody who's been targeted by May. Yeah, along as your boy, the precious one, Edward Anderson. Who else? And they all hate Kevin Samuels, man. Kevin Samuels till this day still get hate from people, and that man been dead for what, over 2 years? Like, come on now. There are thin lines between pro-black and coons, and they're on the same branch of tree as simps. Yeah, because I'm getting sick of Dr. Umar. Like, I'm getting real sick of Dr. Umar, and a lot of people be saying, "Well, Kev, man, you just sick of him because he made black men accountable." Accountable for what? Name the list of things that Dr. Umar has made black men accountable for that actually makes some goddamn sense and not to some point of pandering. I have a whole panda series I have covered. Yeah, keep doing that content, man. Keep doing that content. Yeah, I'm actually impressed by your progress, and I didn't even know you had made that much progress at one point, man. So keep doing it, narratives and dialogue. At Black Men Being Brutally Honest, I think you have the support of the honest general audience in the chat and members. We can all see who is who and what is what. We do what we can in the clouds. Oh, okay, absolutely. Sorry for the caps. Well, don't apologize to me. I mean, shoot, it's all good, man, with me. It's just that, from what I hear, all caps does draw the attention of YouTube and real life to spread the message and the correct Black Manosphere channels like yours. Okay, and like I like I said, man, the audience decide who this Black Manosphere is. I mean, we made an official list because myself and Roger felt like that the space needed to be defined. It did not need to be defined by simps. It did not need to be defined by feminists who had widespread publications. and now it's gotten national media attention. So somebody asked your so-called president when Black Manosphere, I mean, when the amazing Lucas or Lucas, because there's not really too much amazing about that guy, when he was saying that the Black Manosphere was bussy, and when he opened up his panel, why was he going up there to kiss the man's ass? Like, yeah, that's what MOT was doing. All he did was kiss Lucas's ass. I mean, and I bear witness to it. Then, like, one of the reasons why I didn't jump on the panel was I was at an airport because I was flying in from Florida because I got a life, one of those at the time. Night title simp sales. Simp sales are a real thing. It's like, man, they pander to women who won't even let them sniff it. And they can't figure out why, and they blame spaces like the real Black Manosphere. you know, simp sales. Yeah. Simp sales. I mean, I will call out the content creator whose chat is full of them motherfuckers. Pro blacks and pussies have heavy beef because they are so coons. I thought that was a cat. That's a raccoon. Have heavy beef because they're so similar. It's annoying to see your carbon copy. Yeah, the same thing with demagogues. The demagogues really hate each other, but they are just alike. I like Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. People cry when Optimus Prime died on that table. LMAO. I was upset when Megatron turned into Galvatron, but Megatron was a G until the end. Yeah. I mean, he faced a whole planet until that planet caused him pain. Man's like, why should I? What's in it for me? But then when he caused that pain, Megatron fell right in line. But Megatron is a G. Megatron a G in the comic books, man. Like, seriously. Megatron kind of always been a G. The movies, though, I don't think the movies ever did the Decepticons justice. They always had some greater enemy. Like the first movie, Megatron was out of it for most of it, but the Allspark killed by a human killed Megatron, which should have never happened. But he was beating Prime ass in that movie. The second movie, The Fallen, was the goddamn enemy, and then Prime killed that motherfucker, and Megatron became secondary. The third movie, Sentinel Prime, was the main bad guy, and Megatron became secondary. In the fourth movie, then they did that little Transformium crap, which I thought was very lazy. And they had Galvatron, which I don't think that they should have did Galvatron like that in any way, shape, or form. The fifth film, shoot, the Decepticons were still kind of weak because then they had the bitch who was trying to get Unicron out of the center of the earth. I'm like, please scrap that shit. I think Unicron being the center of the earth is a horrible idea. But then they rebooted the movies with Bumblebee. So now they coming out with that Transformers 1, which is an animated feature starring Brian Tyree Henry and Chris Hemsworth. Yeah. So gone from it, they are literally cis trans isonomers of each other. Oh yeah, Kendra D, aka the Crimson Cure, is a panda queen, and I do not believe her. I mean, Crimson Cure been putting in work for a while, but I mean, I mentioned her in the past, and it was like she did something that took one broadcast that took me to doing a month, and I'm just like, I'm not salty with her because of it. It's just a reflection of how black men operate in general, and I don't expect to be treated like a woman, but it's nice when I can earn every bit of it and everything because it makes me more appreciative. So I've been said that women in a male space is only fans with clothing on. Oh shit, that's a way of putting it. Oh yeah, man. And I mean, like, I'm not totally against women being in the space. It's just that I believe that they have a certain place in the space. And in a male space now on their own individual YouTube channels, they can make it into whatever they want to make it into. But if they're going to participate in our stuff, then they need to respect accordingly. I mean, they can have their opinions, but Don't be coming in here like it's all willy and nilly, and then like you just, you know, turn at any motherfucking time. 50 Cent, I tell a bitch whatever she want to hear. Women do that too. Yep. Man, say get your menstrual masturbation on. So you go to OnlyFans and get your astral rub session on. Do not need men. I guess you mean do not need women to tell them how to lead in the space. They need to fall back and just listen. Who was that tried to tell Anton Daniels how to run his show? I forgot. I forgot who that woman was. I mean, she had like little Otto Octavius haircut back then. She got extensions now. Real talk with Yanni. Her. You know, like hell no. I ain't gonna let no woman tell me how to run no goddamn YouTube channel. Umar needs to shut the fuck up. Umar spreads lies about black men. He sure does, and he dick polices. Like I said, Umar worries more about dicks than Billy Porter and Lil Nas X combined. All that dude do is worry about dicks. And I mean, like he's doing it to grift so he can keep his he keep his money going. Females in the space are mental masturbation. Tell me about it. Sex worker saving. Okay, but they get into this space through weak ass niggas. Sexy Red TV is one of them. Narratives and dialogues. I just subscribed to your channel. Oh, okay, yeah, support black men who actually, you know, who support black men who actually, you know, mean well. That's what I say. I would love to debate Umar. Umar would dismiss you as somebody who is lesser than you, just like he would do me like that. Because, and I'm not saying that's not anything that is against the both of us. It's just that is just that Umar is just that conceited and feeling himself that much. I mean, what he'll do is he'll only like talk to people who slightly agree with him, and then if they disagree with him, he'll try to loud talk them. And I don't play that loud talking shit for nothing. Kev and chat, long live the habitual line stepper. Sun is hot, raw is in the building. Sex workers saving ass niggas. Sex workers without the actual sex. Like, ain't that something? I do my regular talent because red pill is not all I do. I am a fashion designer for menswear, a singer-songwriter who is on a major label and other things too. Yeah, man. So you're doing pretty well for yourself, man. Shoot. That's what I like to see. Black men winning. Anyone who I would rely on compromising a list of true ones of the black manosphere would definitely be you in the Roger report. Oh yeah. And you know what? Roger don't care about nobody hating. And there's something I admire because, you know, sometimes I get caught up in that kind of shit too. But Roger, let me tell you something. For the amount of people that sit up there and hate on Roger, Roger does not care at all. Roger does not care at all, and I see that as being very admirable. I've been telling people for a long time there are two gynocracies: the one people don't like, and the other one people empty their wallets for. Oh yeah. I definitely that definitely makes sense. Gregory Scotland. A few women have tried to bring Closer Clinician channel down because he set stringent standards and wouldn't let them control the tone or subjects. Yep. Yeah, I heard that they were targeting his channel at one point. That's a goddamn shame. Let's see, Gone for Milk on that post where he talked about Hawk Tua made Hawk Tua me made a great point and observation. Brandon Jamal wearing suits with the Pampers, that shit go hard in a weird way. Boy, there's a content creator around here. He's so mad at Brandon Jamal is ridiculous. And I think it's because like he's the son of a single mother. And like I really hate to say, no, I don't hate to say this about him. Like I think the reason why he mad is because he wanted guys like Brandon Jamal to be around there where he was walking around in shitty Pampers. I wish a nigga like that would give my mom some Pampers. Like no, I'm just playing, man. Shit. Proceed your way to oblivion. Unicron, that movie had a wild amount of quotables. Unicron outdid himself. Yeah. Yes. That man said nobody summons Megatron. Well, it pleases me to be the first. Yeah, I might watch that movie tonight. I got the 25th anniversary edition on Blu-ray. Oh, is it 30th? No, I got the 30th anniversary edition. Shoot, I might watch that. Like, I might let it watch me as I go to sleep tonight. The more money she makes, the crazy her grist become because even where she does not read $20 super chats and below, I will read every super chat, every one of them. I don't care if they're 99¢. I don't care if they're $1.99. I don't care if they're 20, 50, 100, whatever. And I've seen all of them. I mean, it was at one point, but way back in the day, I used to actually see a couple of 200s and 300s, but those guys stopped coming. I mean, wherever they are in life, I wish them the best. But it's like I don't care how much the super chat is, I will read it. I'm not gonna ever become that cocky. Yeah, because I remember the lead attorney like one time he was like, he said, I'll promote your channel if you do a super chat. So I did a $10 super chat. That motherfucker said it had to be 20 and up. And then I was like, what? It's like that? And then some female did a $5 super chat and then he promoted her channel. I was like, man, these niggas. I was like, but I was glad I was able to contribute to a black man's chat. The only woman that I ever did a super chat for was the breakdown. And Sister George, she crew. So I mean, that a lot of people don't like. I mean, a lot of guys don't like Sister George because of some of the positions she's taken, but Sister George ain't bad compared to a lot of these other ones. Like she really isn't. If you just really listen to her, I mean, you can't expect full loyalty to come from her, but she's not as bad as a lot of these grifting ass women around here. I actually had somebody unsub for me one time. I mean, said it in the comment section because I said I was kind of down with, I was down with Sister George. Like I was like, what? Like I hate these guys that if you say one thing they disagree with out of the many, 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 many things that you said that they agree with, that they'll unsub you just like that. Antoine is a messy queen. You talking about Antoine Daniels, the millionaire? I think he a millionaire. Tito share the same sentiments as you do about the Crimson Cure. I personally hasn't seen anything out of sort with her when I used to watch her. Okay. You said it's not to disrespect her, but to put something on these men's mind to think for themselves. Absolutely. Said Roger is a G in this space. He's indifferent to the BS. Yeah, you ain't never gonna see Roger the beef. Roger concentrates on his content, and that's it. As many times as people have tried to go at Roger, Roger does not care. And I be trying to tell these guys he don't care whatever he said. I mean, he'll debate with you sometimes, but beefing, no. He said he ain't got time for it. He said that's not how you make it in here. LOL, I got a few subs from TLA because I used to be on his panel. Oh, okay. Well, he was cool until that Pearl thing came up. Man, a lot of people, man, Pearl brought some unnecessary scrutiny to this space. And it was because of some of the so-called thought leaders, endorsing her. And this is where really the seed was planted for me as to, there are some content creators that think that women and, in a couple cases, white women are more important to the space than black men are. And to me, that was a slap in the face. It was. The only reason I wouldn't read a super chat under a certain amount is that they are going so fast. I truly couldn't keep up with them. But even then I would just flip the screen and only read super chats. Yeah, there's a super chat option in StreamYard. So Like to come to think about it, what if my chat was getting to the point where my channel grew that big? Excuse me. And the chat was moving so fast that I couldn't keep up with all of it, then I would have to use discretion then. But until that day, I'm gonna read every super chat. Not that I'm reneging what I said, it's just that I'm going to read every super chat. Even if I have to wait to the end of the show, I will wait, I will read every super chat because my thought process is this. They don't have to give me any money. No one has to give me any money. It's their choice to do so. So, I mean, I try to show a little bit of appreciation when it comes to that. Just like the members, they don't have to be members; they choose to be members. I like Sister George and her husband. The other girl did not get enough exposure. I think you talking about Concrete Rose. Yeah, yeah, Concrete Rose is cool too. You know, it sometimes I think Concrete Rose is more sisterhood leaning. Sometimes I mean, you know, because I see her agree with some shit that some of the fuck niggas say, but she's allowed to have her own mind. I unscribe from everybody promoting, defending Miss Pacey things based off principle. Okay. I suppose there are many levels to it, but even if you're compromised slightly, you're still a risk about Sister George. Sister George is cool, man. You know, once you get to know her, you know, she is. Well, a lot of women who are sold to Sister George unsubscribe who are true Manosphere supporters for that Princella show she did. Oh yeah, yeah. She got in Princella real hard. And I ran across Princella before. She was in the Facebook group. She was in the Facebook group, but she left that group, you know, once she found out the motherfucker I was, because I wasn't backing down for shit. Like if I had something that I had to express in my, especially in my Facebook group, I didn't back down at all. I mean, shit. DJ Cuda, who wasn't known as DJ Cuda on Facebook, claims to have seen me in action. You know, so I don't know what his. I mean, shit. Black Light Revelations too was in that Facebook group. Roger achieved absolute zen. Correct. Like BGS, unfortunately. Yeah. Just Pearly Things is textbook black exploitation capitalism. Pearl is not the cool white girl friend at all. She's a loudmouth, masculine, modern woman with all the warning signs and racist. Man, Uncut Underground put a picture of mediocre tutorials and reviews walking on the beach with a swimsuit with Pearl. I was like, what? Like, seriously? Are you like, come on, man? I mean, you had to get the white girl with the BMW body, you know, body made wrong. Come on, man. You know, and then she rage quit Brittany Renner's new podcast. Because you know, Brittany Renner was kind of getting loud, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there are broke guys that wouldn't fuck Brittany Renner. Like I said, I don't know. Some guys I feel like would. Brittany Renner is cute, but I mean, shit, she's problematic. I'm having an assistant for my contributors. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, if this channel ever gets rolling that big and you know, I get to the point where I start needing other people, then maybe. You know, but I'm a one man show for right now. All right, Anton Daniels is a great advertisement for not becoming a millionaire. If sounding like an a-hole was contagious, that ninja would be patient zero. What is up? Telescope 3. I look at Pearly Thing's face and instantly start laughing. Yeah. Something about her face makes me chuckle automatically. She's a problem too. Carlton Way 1, what's good? Black Light Revelations 2, Gone from Milk. The white people eviscerated Pearl, LOL, and they are ideologically in line with Pearl. Okay. Yep, I've been rocking with Kev for a minute. Shout out to the Facebook group. Yeah, the Facebook group is what actually made me come to YouTube. See, what happened with the Facebook group was it was too many trolls. It was too many trolls. It was too much sisterhood in it, and it wasn't like the trolls had squeezed the group so bad to the point there wasn't any room for discourse and real conversation. So what I did was I created a YouTube channel to bring the conversations that I wanted to have in the Facebook group. But it was too much trolling, too much of this so-called gender war. It was too much of that shit. And being the kind of person I wasn't trying to put a stop to it because it was like this. It would have been seen as a bad move because then it'd have been seen like if I'd have put a guy in check, it'd have been seen as some simp shit. And if I'd have put a woman in check, it would have seemed like some misogyny shit. And it was at some points where I just didn't really care. It's like I do what I want to do. So so the group got so bad to the point where other people would go to other groups and lie on my intent. Like I went to another group, made a comment, and it automatically started a shitstorm. Oh man, that's that group that condone and justify pedophilia and grape and all. I'm like, you are a goddamn liar. I ain't gonna have you fucking with my reputation like that. Fuck you. And then I used to get kicked out of all kinds of Facebook groups just based on the reputation that I had amassed. Like I got kicked out of a blurred music group for telling the truth about Lizzo, and then they knew who I was. I never listened to Sister George, but I seen Charles Faulkner got issues with her, and I thought that was interesting. Hopefully, it was some respectful disagreement stuff. I mean, I never really observed where Faulkner. Oh yeah, I remember that show. I remember that show where Uncle Stu from the block was wearing that yellow ass shirt, looking like he was dressed as the fucking sun because he was kind of around with that shit. And George Macon was on that show, and they was simping like a motherfucker. They was simping hard that day. Courtney Michelle was bringing up stats, and they were praising it. And then when Faulkner brought up stats, they started like criticizing Faulkner for bringing up stats. And I was sitting up there like, yeah, these niggas on some happy, and they were both married, so they was on some happy wife, happy life shit. So. All right, we got Gregory Scotland. Many pro-black females have turned 180 degrees to be anti-black male. Angela Davis, Cynthia G, Paris Milan, or Courtney Michelle, for examples. Yeah, those are all accurate examples because when I first really got into the black space of YouTube, I was watching Tommy Sotomayor. I was watching Phil, the African Diaspora channel. It used to be called The Advice Show. I was watching O'Shea where he was just sitting in front of his computer and just, talking like I'm talking right now. And Cynthia G was on some pro-black shit. I also was watching this guy called The Reluctant Nobby. And I was watching this guy named Tiger Row. Tiger Row no longer does content, but Tiger Row was funny as shit. Let me see. The Reluctant Nobby, he was going hard at them women, like hard. But he got caught up in that adpocalypse. The sisterhood made that list of channels they were mass reporting. They reported all of Tommy's channels. They reported the Reluctant Nobby's channel. They reported a bunch of channels because that's how they play. Paris Milan, from what I heard, she was kind of pro-black, and then one day she turned against the dudes. She turned against all the black men. So yeah, and she been on some dumb shit ever since. And then O'Shea praises Paris Milan. Oh, I just love her. She's from California. I just love her, like he's a gay man or some shit. They get together and talk about penises and shit. Like, bruh, cut that fucking shit out. We just got through talking about Courtney Michelle. Shoot. It's a LMAO. Yeah, he was on the beach with her whole family. God. Oh, you talking about MTR? Yeah, MTR turned against the space. And then that what like that's what like made me question Obsidian's intent. That night I did that interview with Obsidian, and I was basically questioning him on what an MTR had said about Kevin Samuels. Oh, Obsidian flat out said, "I don't care, I don't care." I was like, so the nigga don't care about the space. Okay, awesome. We need to be careful who we choose as leaders around here. Gregory Scotland. I like Crimson Cure. I haven't seen the inconsistencies that way I saw Courtney Sis, Sister George, Melanie King, and Amira. Sister, remember Sister George's crew. I mean, we're cool and everything, but I just like to acknowledge that. I mean, we do have a difference of opinion, but I do respect her, and I respect the fact that that she is married, and and she cleaves to her husband. She's not about that bullshit. Black Light Pearl made them look really bad, and they had to draw lines and make fences. Sister George liked to troll the manosphere for shits and giggles, but she will defend good black men. She used to love to troll the Facebook group. Like that, she was one of the people that made me discover that like black men in general will pay more attention to what women say than what men that actually try to tell men something say. I mean, she wasn't bad with it with like a lot of the more bitter ones that are addicted to antidepressants and shit. you know, Carlton Wade, the off code is the leader. Okay. I mean, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not gonna hate you for a difference of opinion about anybody. Priscilla, she has the same beliefs as Cynthia G and PhD Diva, who are covered in Panda Bears. Now, I keep hearing that name, PhD Diva. Uh, I can guess one thing. She probably a Kevin Samuels hater. Baby mama Brittany. Yeah, baby mama Brittany. Black Light, are we the reverse flash off code to everyone else's flash the code? That's dope. Brittany Winter is putting on a little weight. Oh, she getting thick. Oh shit. That means she might land a permanent man yet. A bunch of nigga, but she thick. Marry a problematic hot Brittany Renner or not so attractive woman who's loyal. I mean, shoot. Let me tell you something, man. If she a little thick, man, she ain't gotta be all that cute in the face. And if she's friendly and kind of feminine, shit, I could work with that. Shit. You know. She'll probably be one of the women that gotta be one of them get cute women. She can get cute when she want to. Yeah. I found out about this channel through BMBBH Facebook group. I was there a long time. Then I found out about Roger, but I've been known about the Black Manosphere. I came in through BGS, but I started to see too much favoritism and BS. So I unsubscribed a long time ago. The man said, part of me wants Brittany. Not gonna lie, but I'll take the loyal chick. Peace around the home is the key. Mm-hmm. Carlton Way want option 2, definitely, but I can improve a not so attractive chick. I can't do anything with the likes of Brittany Renner except for what, her smiling like a donut and twerking on it for a little bit. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, many pro blacks, thank you for the super chat. He said many pro black females have turned one. Okay, I already read that. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You have another one. After the civil rights movement, the black radical feminists attacked the male leaders, women like Michelle Wallace and Pauline Murray. I got to do research on them. But thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I got to do something for y'all. Yeah, I ain't trying to do so much of the comedy stuff tonight, but yeah, like I said, I will the other channel. And Jake Zero was good. Oh, he said Brittany Renner has ghoul face now. Ghoul glamour face. Oh, that glamour face is a motherfucker, man. I mean, shit. Hit the like, share the stream, support the channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. O'Shea cursed me out too on the stream because I checked him for not reading super chats. I donated $25 to test if he would read it, and he didn't like it, and that nigga is from the area I am from. Yeah, man. O'Shea got too big for his britches, and then he disavowed the very space that he helped create in fashion, which I never got that. I mean, the realest of us would stick it out to the end. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I thought about, giving up on this space sometimes, but I mean, it's if I want to be really true to myself, I understand that there is still hope where hope doesn't exist. And that probably makes little to no sense. But I mean, if to be on the side of black men, I want to see things work out around here. I do. I mean, say, hey, O'Shea, please answer the question. Why did you bring in Cynthia G and Paris Milan? Boy. One thing I did notice about O'Shea is that it's like, and I mean, like, I brought this up before in the past, and I'll bring it up again. Um, that time he made the comment that he would not work with anyone that is under 10,000 subs. And this is nothing against Mahogany, but shortly after he said that, he did an interview with Mahogany and Mahogany Roots and MJ, which, she's cool with this channel. But he also did an interview with The Honest Truth. The Honest Truth was like the new, then The Honest Truth was like the new simp on the block that he was actually very good at simping, so much that he amassed an audience of nothing but sisterhood bitches. He's trying. The Honest Truth, back in the day, was kind of like what Sharon Bracey is trying to do now. Sharon Bracey and Brownsville, what they're trying to do. But The Honest Truth was far more toxic with it, and the sisterhood loved him. That is until Taz exposed them. And like, after Taz exposed him, he wasn't the same since. Okay. Remember you kicked him? Yeah, I remember. I remember it. Then he went on that damn tirade that got him yeah. Tie City Uncut Underground is absolutely right about the ideal of subscriber supremacy. I'm kind of on the fence about subscriber supremacy. I mean, if I use it in the idea that I will use it in, it'll just sound like that I'm spewing sour grapes, because certain things ain't exactly turned out like I wanted them to. I'll give you an example. I did lose BGS's support probably a couple months back, and that's because whenever I let certain people on the panel and BGS came up on the panel, they would go at BGS. And I think that BGS expected a certain level of protection from me. And my whole thing is, I don't want people taking it very personal, but I'm not going to get in between the interactions of two grown men. If they're going overboard, then I will interject. But if I see the two going back and forth, I'm not going to sit up there and take one person's side. Like, hey guys, don't pick on BGS like that. Come on, guy, don't do that. I mean, yeah, I do see that too. I mean, he said, I tried to vouch for him, but that nigga went on his channel and went against me and talked all kinds of shit about me. Oh, you talking about The Honest Truth? Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I do observe that. So, I mean, I try to be more of a neutral channel. I mean, but the thing is like, I've done that to a fault. And then, like, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I lose the support of people because of stuff like that, then that means they wasn't true to begin with. That means that they wanted me to be under them rather than like, you know what I was saying about working side by side with a motherfucker instead of working under a motherfucker? Yeah. It's like I refuse to be under anyone in under these circumstances. You know, I don't care how big my YouTube channel is. I don't care how big or how little my audience is. That's one thing that I will not do is kiss ass. I don't care who you are. I don't care if there's a means to an end to you or, you know, some type of personal benefit to being your friend. I will not kiss your ass. Period. And I don't expect you to kiss my ass either because it feels kind of weird, you know. And it's weird for me to observe people kissing ass too. It's just like, especially if I know that you're a person that's better than to be a kiss ass and you lower yourself to being a kiss ass. That shit very much disappoints me. No, sir, Kevin, you can move the crowd without them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's why like I've been going on more often. Like that's why I've been trying to go on every night. I'm trying to defeat this algorithm and I think it's working because I'm starting to see subscribers on my channel that I have not seen in the space at all. And that's what is going to make this work. That's what's going to make this work. Let's get some new faces in here. Let's get some people who, I mean, let's get some people who we've never seen before. Yeah. I remember one time I made you mad, Coffee. I remember that shit, bro. And then, like, afterwards, I did feel kind of bad about it, and you didn't come back for a while. I mean, you know, it's just that, you know, it's one of those things, but you did end up coming back. So he said they hated on me too. Look what I've accomplished with honesty and truth. I call everyone out. They were mad at me because I did that Pookie's and Ray Ray's documentary. That's when I started to lose all of them except Roger, and I am still cool with them and it's cool with a few, excuse me, with a few folks. Yeah. Unregulated panels are a huge pet peeve. Yeah, I never wanted to be that way. I mean, some of the smoke shows got out of control, but I mean, some of the bigger smoke shows, I mean, people were here for the fuckery. And I don't think that I'm much of an expert at fuckery. I mean, you know, I tried to have a more chilled environment than that. But you know, it's at the end of the day, I can only be me. And that's what I expect from you guys too. You can only be you. You don't have to be an acolyte. You don't have to be a servant. You don't have to be a kiss ass. You don't have to be a Kev defender. I can defend myself just fine. I mean, if you want to say, hey, Kev's a cool guy, you know, that's fine with me too. But the thing is, though, if there's somebody that's like, I, here's the thing: if there's somebody that's shitting on me, and you were like my friend or once my friend, and you sitting up there being a cheerleader in that chat, then I'm gonna be a little disappointed, you know. But you can, but if you're a grown up, you can sit up there and decide who you want to be cool with, where you want to be at. But then, like, I can decide on you after that. That's the thing. So, all right. So I'm still down to one dislike, which means that the only dislike I have is the serial disliker. You know, that person has disliked every broadcast that I've done for the past, damn, like for the past like 5, 6 weeks. Shit. Like, like, god damn. I mean, I'm curious. I wish I could see the people who are disliking these shows, but if you could actually see them, then they wouldn't do it so much, and then that would probably take the fun out of it. So, yeah. So, coffee. With that being said, I'm glad we can still be cool. You know, I mean, but anyway, it is been an hour and 40, almost 45 minutes of me doing nothing but talk. And For me to sit up there and basically talk about anything and have you guys engaging and listening, yeah, that says a lot to the way I communicate. And I'm able to be on this YouTube channel. But I'll tell you, a self criticism is like I have to probably start doing more topic oriented stuff. You know, Said what I did not like when a new guy came into the space and genuinely learned they were going to attack on them. Yeah, some of these people got to learn shit, man. They got to learn the hard way sometimes. Shoot, let's see. Let me see something real quick. Uh huh. Okay, so yeah, yeah. All right. So let me tell y'all something, okay? For those of you who are listening, please do like make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel because YouTube, I believe, has been playing around with my subs. So yeah, I do believe that people do genuinely unsubscribe to the channel, and those are people who, well, quite frankly, probably didn't need to be here in the first place. But for those of you who have genuinely want to be here and you are being unsubbed for some odd fucking reason, just make sure you check to still see if you are subbed. So yeah, we need 4 more to make 4,000K, folks. Yep, 40 more, you mean. 40 more folks to make 4,000 subs in this channel. And I mean, like, I'd have been had the 4,000. But I think when I, I think when I kind of went against a certain somebody, a lot of people unsub because of that, because that's their master, so to speak. You don't go against the master. You don't try to outshine the master. But man, look, I consider myself to be kind of a usurper. So if you push me hard enough. Otherwise, I mean, shit. I would rather work side by side with black men than to oppose black men. So that's just what it is for me at the end of the day. I want to see all of us succeed because there are millions and millions of people that watch YouTube. There are millions of people that watch YouTube. So there's enough room for all of us. But I think I'm about to go ahead and end it right here. Unless y'all got a couple questions for me, I'll stick around a little bit longer. Yeah, definitely. All you guys that super chatted, thanks for your support. Christopher the Conqueror, Aaron P, Revelator, the Spirit of Variance, and Gregory Scotland. Thank you for your support. Or do you mean the master teacher? I mean, shit, it all depends on how you see that person. I don't consider after the things that he tried, trying to slight me and trying to say some BS. I mean, I don't consider him to be a master or a teacher at all. I consider him as somebody that needs to retire. And I mean, like, I'm saying that based on I'm saying that with considering what the past have been for the both of us. So, I mean, if y'all think it was a great stream, it was a great stream. I appreciate it. So, anyway, look, guys, as I say every night, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Go out there and win. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. I'll have a topic. So long live the habitual line steppers, and I'm out. Peace.